where those bobbles sit, where we're going to be cutting off, you can see there's a beautiful bob already. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. So on today's video, we're going to be doing a baby bang bob. We put the baby bangs in last video. We can link it up here so you can check it out. And we're going to be putting in a bob today with bobbles. So you know that I love to explore haircuts. I do haircuts in the salon every single day, section through section. And when I get into the studio, I love to break them down so simply so you young hairdressers can understand and see it instantly. So we're going to be using, I would say, probably about 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to 12 bobbles, because I want to replicate the sections that we would put in the salon, so we can single out every single piece, cut it in, so you can see where we would have to section it to, how we would have to cut it to get the finished result. So I'm going to get this sectioned. I'll be right back. So that is the sectioning done. You can see I've got plenty of bobbles or bands, whatever you call them, but you can basically see the bob shape already. And I've just gone through and I've taken and I've put my comb underneath both bobbles to make sure that they're level. Same there, level, same there, level, same there, level. And if you find that one is a little bit higher, what we've got to do is just pull it down slightly. So bang on, there we go. And then as we're going round, so that one just there, and then that one just up a little bit, down a little bit, there, those two, bang on, bang on, bang on. And then when we come to the front, secure them, put your comb underneath both bobbles, bang on. So sectioning, that is it. That is, we know that they're going to be all balanced all the way around the head. And the reason I've done this is there's a pinwheel technique where you take it. I've done it on another video. If I can find it, I'll link that up here as well. A way to cut curly hair as well. And also a wolf cut. We took it into these and we twisted and we back cut it to create loads and loads of texture. So it is a technique that you can use. I wouldn't necessarily be doing this at all in salon, but it's a really good training technique to understand and to be able to see the length of the bob already. I mean, look, where those bobbles sit, where we're going to be cutting off, you can see there's a beautiful bob already. So that's that. All we've got to do now is to cut it. And how we're going to cut it is we're going to go through there and we're going to cut all of these bobbles off, shake it out, have a look at the bob. No doubt there will be some little strays and little hairs that are a little bit longer, I suppose, because we've got them in a bobble, but hardly anything. So in salon, what you would want to do is you could section lengthways like this, 0 degrees, because we don't want any graduation. Take it down like this, cut it across. We could work all the way around the head. You could work from front to back, which is like the backwards bob, or you could be working through here and fundamentally, lost my words then, and fundamentally we'd section through, section across, and we'd take it and we'd be cutting in like that, taking down, down, down. But I've broken these off into inch pieces, and we're going to make sure that we're 0 degrees, 0 degrees, 0 degrees, making sure that we get a really nice straight bob with 0 graduation, and then that will be our baby bangs bob. Let's make a start. And to be honest, I don't really need a comb, but because I'm going to be cutting underneath the bobbles. So all I'm going to do is just like that, just taking off those pieces. I mean, look at how nice and straight that is. Because we're working in little tiny sections, we're not going to get loads of sort of chunky or clunky haircuts or graduation. Because we're working in little pieces, we're going to get really nice straight lines. Next one, 0 degrees. So I don't want the hair out here. I want it taken into there. If you're using hairdressing scissors on a mannequin, obviously you would be on a client. And when you're practicing this, you don't want to cut the bobble. See, look, there's another laser cut piece of hair, because it will blunt your scissors. And again. And last one, just there. Right, there's our bob. I'm going to pull the bubbles out, give it a shake, and we'll have a look. How does she look? Just take a little look. First off, is she square? Yeah, pretty much bang on. I think I'm going to get some straighteners on it to stop that blowing out through here, and then we'll have a look to see. There's obviously there's a little bit of graduation. Obviously, we didn't cut it in super fine sections or proper sections, but you get the drift. It looks a little bit like Uma Thurman, doesn't it? Right, I'm just going to get it straightened, put a little bit of a bend on it, and these long hairs, let's do those now. So just taking my comb. So in salon, what you would do if you were to wanted to get these bobs super laser straight? Obviously, you would cut it in salon differently. You wouldn't be using ponytails, you'd be clipping it and sectioning it, but you would definitely be refining it. And this mannequin's got an abundance of hair, but just these pieces which were that little bit longer, I'm just gonna take these off. You can see there's loads of straggly. Let me just show you the side. If you can see, there's loads of like straggly hairs under here. So I'm just going to take those off, like I said, and then I will straighten it, and then we'll have a look at the finished result. What do we think? Pretty much level, but because we cut it in ponies, bobbles, not really ponytails, were they? Sections, but using bobbles. There's some hairs which are a little bit longer, and then where we sort of had the bobble together and then cut it, it's just created like a little bit of a wave within the perimeter. So all I'm going to do now is just take my scissors and take off this dust, which is all around the bob, which is just these longer pieces, but just refine. And one of the biggest things I absolutely love about doing these haircuts, the ponytails, is they're quick, they're really easy to explore. If I wanted to try a different trend or something like that, I would be able to do it super quick, see how it falls, especially if I'm doing colours as well. If I'm doing some colour work and I want the haircut to be of a certain length or something before I colour, I could easily just pop those in and take off some length and do my colour work. You see here there's some longer pieces as well, a tiny bit of graduation, but I wouldn't expect anything less from how we cut it. But I think one of the things I enjoy most about hair cutting is actually refining. When I'm cutting people's hair and I'm like, I could just keep going on and on, just softening or adding a little bit of different shape or some texture and just something like that. I just absolutely love refining, and I think that's why I love cutting hair this way. But she is. There's Uma Thurman from Pulp Fiction. Again, I could go around the perimeter again, or we could use the points of our scissors just to soften off if we wanted. These are all different things you'll want to explore when you're doing your client's hair. But if you struggle to put a one length bob in, all you've got to think about is what we've just done here. We took it in bite-sized pieces, working around the head. You could even go that one bit further, and you could do a section around the middle of the head, have that out of the way, have these bits dropped, so you know they're going to connect there, going to connect there, going to connect there, drop down the next part, connect again, and you'll even have a guide underneath. So that's why I like to do these. But what do you think? Baby bang bob in, what was it, 3, 6, 11 sections, bobbles. But yeah, there we go. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I have. If you are new, hit the subscribe button, hit the join button as well. Check out what we've got going on the join. I'm doing a live every single month now, end of the month, and I'm giving away free memberships as well. So come on over to the live and comment down below if this is something that has helped you understand how to cut a bob, because I think it looks really cool, and I love the baby bangs. The micro fringe, we call it in the UK. But when I was looking at Google Trends, baby bangs was the terminology that is trending right now. So there she is. One length bob, baby bangs. Hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, I'll see you on the next video.